Alright, and we are searching for my opponent. Thought about our battle more last week. That probably went up late. It's been pretty hectic lately. Honestly, we would have won had Cinderace either not gotten the burn or killed Florges outright with the roll. So it's just a really lucky last turn. And maybe if we'd stayed in with Cinderace, we could have Pyro Balled burn the Gyarados. But even then, you know, not guaranteed. If it doesn't KO, we lose anyway. So we also didn't assume Ice Fang. We assumed Waterfall. And yeah, it was a really fun game. I recommend going and watching it. It was a really good one. And honestly, a deserved loss. And this is not his team. What? It just changed? Oh no. His team completely changed. Yeah, he had a bunch of transactions happen at some point, and I didn't see it until just now. But, you know what? We full send, and we hope for the best. He's got Weavile, Dondozo, no T-Tar, so can't set sand. He's got, I mean, we don't have really a water resist. I guess Leafeon is our defensive check, but I did not see those transactions. I had no clue this was his actual team. Yikes. So he didn't have Blissey, Kingambit, Magnezone, Gastrodon, and he has a Weavile, Ogerpon, Dondozo instead, and Whimsicott is his Terra Cap that can be Terra Ghost. So that's just, that's an error on my part. I didn't see the transactions. So he did get the Intimidate. He is Pressure, not Inner Focus. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to have to run with it, right? We didn't prep for this team, but we're going to go with it regardless. I'm sure we live in Ice Shard. With the Intimidate, yeah, we easily live in Ice Shard. So I'm just going to go for a U-turn. If he's Scarf, he's Scarf. He is Scarf. He is Scarf Knock. So he knocks my Scarf off. And we know that he's Scarf Knock. And we don't quite KO him with U-turn. It looks like it was a roll in his favor, about even. So he's stuck into Knock. So Hands is the obvious switch here. Problem is, we don't want to burn our booster already. I mean, obviously he can knock everything else. I mean, Leafeon's super important for this one. Could go Grafai and kind of fake something. Shoot. I mean, what's the odds Hands is going to win against this team anyway, right? We get him in now and go ahead and start setting up. Force Mew or Whimsy in. Yeah, this is not at all what I intended to do. But it's what we've got to do at this point. We'll just set up an Iron Defense. If he goes Dondozo, it beats this 1v1 easily. This set does not beat Dondozo ever. Just got the Whimsicott, the Mew. I already forgot his last Pokemon. Excadrill. So all the threats I was worried about, plus 3 Pokemon I didn't even know he had. Which... it's not how you want to start it. It wasn't updated in the doc, but it was on the transactions page, so I just missed it, and that's totally on me. I have not paid very much attention to this week, unfortunately. Does go into the Whimsy. Is he going to be Terra Ghost? If he's Terra Ghost, I'm going to be really sad. So, Iron Hands into Whimsicott. I am boosted up, so Moonblast is not doing much to me unless he specs. If he specs, it might two-shot. Body Press is only barely chunking him back. We do have abundant switches into this. I kind of do want to get one Body Press just to see what set he is. He is the really annoying Subseed type of set. So this Body Press will probably not do much. No, it doesn't do very much at all. And he has leftovers. So we'll probably set up a substitute here. Yeah, he gets most of his health back. We do have Golden Go with a Scarf that he can't Leech Seed. And there's nothing Whimsicott can do to a Golden Go. We do have to get rid of our booster. So, you know, great, great set on my part, right? He almost certainly subs here, right? Yeah, Cotton Guard. Okay. Glad I switched to Golden Go. I almost had a full physical team. Does he anticipate the Make It Rain? I mean, he has every switch in imaginable to a Make It Rain. Shadow Ball also two-shots most Whimsicots, though, so I can definitely just go for that. Because his Weavile is weakened now, so Shadow Ball hits everything neutrally, right? And get rid of this. I can move this matchup around. We know Whimsicot's the Terra Cap. And we know he has Ogerpon. We know he has Dondozo. And we know he has... I've already forgotten again. Weavile. Like 1%. So, looking at his team now... He's pretty weak to poison, and luckily we don't have that on the Grafai. He does go into Dondozo, so we can figure out what kind of set this is. We can actually trick it later, too. Wow. Yeah, that's Spadef, lefties. Like, pretty much max Spadef, I imagine. I have nothing for this, really. I guess Deoxys Psycho boost, but I mean, that's not even great. I can get an Intimidate on him, I suppose. I can go into hands, but if he's Earthquake, he beats me 1v1. I mean, yeah. Hands is not... Hands might beat it, but if he's Curse, we definitely don't beat it. I don't know. My switch would be Golden Go and Trick. Leafeon is our emergency check to Ogerpon. So I'm going to go hands. If he curses, we're in a bad spot. Maybe we can force him out. So we do make the switch. He is Earthquake. That will hurt. Not too bad. Let's fix this camera. It's super sideways. Looks crazy. I mean, Body Press is doing like 18% to him. So I think I can go for 1. And if he doesn't switch, then we can go for Rest. And then pivot out. That's a wild bull cut you got there. I don't normally pay attention to the trainers, but that was funny. So, how do we win this game? I mean, obviously Grafai is not doing anything to Dondozo. We can't really break it. He does switch, probably back into Whimsy. No, not Whimsy this time. Into the Mew. We do just go straight for a Body Press. It does damage. Oh, with a crit. Okay. I was going to say, looks like a pretty offensive Mew. I'm going to go straight into Golden Go. He could call it. I mean, Golden Go's our way to deal with Dondozo, so we're really asking a lot out of it. But there's not... I don't have a better play, right? Hopefully he sets up here. Calm Mind, Iron Defense. Psychic. Okay, we take that. Just fine. That hurt a lot, actually. Golden Go into Mew. That knocked us to 265. So I did 22%, which is standard max special attack Mew. I'm just going to go for a trick this time. And he stays in. Okay. So he gets the Scarf. We get the Expert Belt. He definitely has a ghost move coming at us. And Overheat. Okay. Are we dead? We are dead. But he's locked into Overheat, which presents us an opportunity. Maybe? To do what? I'm not sure. He's -2 though. Our Leafeon's Terra Grass, so obviously we don't want to take that. I mean, I guess I go set up my Psychic Drain. Might as well. I mean, we lose to Dondozo. We just gave up our only answer to it. So I am just going to set up the Psychic Drain because it's funny. I'm going to show him the set that would have been really good into his team if he didn't have a Dondozo. Oh, man. It happens sometimes. You know, Pokemon Draft, it's a funny thing. I was only looking at the doc. I never checked the actual, like, transactions page, so totally my fault. Does go into the Dondozo. I mean, the Ox's speed into Dondozo. Max Spadef, but we have the Psychic Terrain. No, we're still doing under half. That's gross. This thing is crazy, but we ignore our own boost. So that's something. I'm just going to go for a Psycho boost. He doesn't have a good switch in. Okay, yeah, it does like half. And he ignores our drops. He goes for Waterfall. This will hurt a little. Yeah, about half. Waterfall's interesting. Isn't Liquidation just better unless we have something slower? And Dondozo is super slow. Who knows? Probably doesn't matter. We'll go for another Psycho boost, because why not? Yeah, almost KO it. Is he rest? Don't be rest. Come on. Don't be that kind of Dondozo. Okay, it does Earthquake. How many turns of Psychic Terrain do we even have left, though? Because we need to get this out ASAP. Okay, we have 2 left, so we can get Grafai in next turn. So we'll just Psycho Boost one more time. I'll teleport next turn, guaranteed. It's probably going to switch. Could definitely go Mew or Excadrill here. Both of those are totally fine with me. So, fortunately, he let me weaken a Pokemon that otherwise 6-0'd me. Maybe he didn't have Rest. Maybe it's like AV, based on how little damage I'm actually doing to it. Could have clicked Superpower here. Didn't really see it as worth it because, honestly, it may not have KO'd it. But, of course, we definitely don't KO it if we just miss. So, that's great. We love to see that. We did hit 2, so, you know, 67%. That's close to 90, right? He does get his leftovers. We have Grafai, Terra Dark. I didn't see if he went over 20%. But if we do get rid of our item... I mean, Knock might KO him. It might not. That's the funny part. No, it probably doesn't. Because 18 to 21%, he's chilling right above 20. But we're going to try. I guess that's max defense, so I feel like it's decent odds of KOing here. Oh, it's great. We could have got a superpower off on the drill. We could have gotten... Actually, we would have teleported no matter what, because we really needed to get Grafai in. So here we are again. 4 weeks, 4 times we bring Grafai. We do Terra. If he's no defense investment, this is doing 22 to 26, 27. Should KO. If he has any kind of defense investment, this might be a roll, but Earthquake shouldn't KO us back. So we're okay. So we will go for the knock. And we do KO the Dondozo. So I will quickly take notes. Mew KO'd Gold. Dondozo KO'd Dio Speed. And Graf KO'd Dondozo. Now, unfortunately, Low Kick does not one-shot Excadrill, and we did not get a Swords Dance up. Because if we had Swords Dance, then Unaware Dondozo would have been out of range of our knockoff, and we probably don't take 2 Waterfalls, I wouldn't imagine. We're not bulky. We have Spadef, thanks to the Psychic Seed, but we're not bulky. I guess Leafeon could have been a win condition for the late game. Terra Grass Leafeon. But he always has the Weavile to revenge that he just brought in. Is he forgetting about Unaware? I don't think Choice Scarf Weavile outruns me. No, Choice Scarf Weavile does not outrun me, so it has to be an Ice Shard. I am just going to go for a knockoff. It's not an Ice Shard, so he did forget about Unaware. So we get 2 KOs. I could have Swords Danced, but it might have had, like, some kind of fighting move. Actually, probably Triple Axle might KO us, because we're very frail. He was Sash? Oh, our Landorus was like no speed investment, so we actually don't outspeed max speed Weavile. That's funny. Should've Shadow Balled Mew. Now I'm thinking about it. It's my mistake. Because now we have to knock it off if it comes in, which it's Psychic Overheat. I don't know if it would have anything to hit a dark type. It might have fairy coverage. I could Swords Dance in front of it, I suppose. He may not expect acrobatics, actually. Brings in Ogre Pawn. I don't think he anticipates acrobatics. I mean, it doesn't KO, but he doesn't KO us back without a crit. So I'm just going to go for it. Could Swords Dance, I don't care. Yeah, we don't quite KO, but we do an amazing amount of damage. He play roughs, and it does KO us back. Wow, okay. I'm glad we didn't Swords... God, this game hates me. I can't catch a break, man. It was a roll. If he's max attack... I cannot catch a single break, I swear. We'll go into Leafeon. He doesn't have Dondozo anymore. He doesn't have Weavile anymore. I need to get in range of our Salic Berry. So I am going to go for a Swords Dance. It might seem greedy, but I have to get in range. And honestly, if we get that +1 speed, we might be able to sweep. We have Aerial Ace for Whimsicott, and we've got Leaf Blade for Mew, and Leaf Blade or Double Kick for Excadrill. So there's a chance. Not saying there's a chance. There's a small chance. That crit, super unfortunate. I expected an Ivy Cudgel, which is why I called the crit, but I should just stop calling bad luck from happening because it always happens when I call it. But what can you do? I can't even be mad at this point. Like, I should just anticipate if something's gonna go wrong, it's gonna go wrong, you know? And we might as well just... Okay, he switches out. Mew probably comes in, threatens us with an Overheat. Yeah, love that. I guess this answers Trailblaze. So we'll get our SD up. Leafeon versus a max special attack Mew. I mean, Fire Blast would one-shot us, so Overheat definitely blows us back. What's more important? Hands, actually, he has both of his hands counters left, so we might as well just go into that. Let him go, maybe do a little bit of damage to the Mew. Hopefully he overheats. I imagine he does. Ice Beams, okay. That probably wouldn't have KO'd us, but it's fine. His switch in here would be Whimsicott or Excadrill, I suppose. So he could make a double. Try to read it. I think I will, honestly. I don't really have much to lose. Try to catch the Whimsicott coming in. Okay. He switches out. Show me the Whimsicott. Okay, nice. We made one good play today. What Terra types are the Whimsicott? Because that was not a Terra Captain when I prepped. Fairy, Steel, and Ghost. So I think we handle every version of Whimsicott. I mean, Ghost is annoying. We have Leaf Blade. Steel, we have Double Kick. So we'll just go for a Swords Dance. Or I'll try to catch Mew coming in with a Leaf Blade. I think I'll go for that. Cotton Guards. Love that. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hope for a crit. I mean, he got one. We can get one, right? What do you think he has? You think he has Moonblast? It's very possible. Just sets up straight up to +6. So that's great. I mean, we're at +2 Leafeon into Whimsy. With a crit, we KO him. Probably. He does sub, so a little bit of crit prevention there. That's not a bad idea. KOs? Nope, doesn't break sub. If we get to +6, Actually, if we get a +4, we break sub at least. So we'll aerial ace one more time to force him to sub next turn. What's your attack? Oh yeah, you Terra. Aerial ace should still break sub unless you're Steel. If you're Steel, that's just a headache. Fairy, okay. So Leaf Blade's stronger now. And that's our high crit move. Moonblast. This doesn't two-shot me. There's no way. It might two-shot me. It does two-shot me. Honestly, we might just forfeit. This is not worth it. Whoa, we get the crit. That's hilarious. Now, does he want to sub here? Leaf Blade always breaks the sub. Yeah, we'll just go for Leaf Blade. And we'll probably forfeit out if this doesn't KO because he just wipes our last two Pokemon. Yeah, Landorus can't break this, and Hands can't break it. So unfortunately, we lose. I feel like, you know, it's my fault for not checking the transactions page, but the doc was updated about less than an hour ago. So I just looked at the doc. I don't check the chat logs that often. So he can give the last two KOs to Whimsy, but there's no reason for this game to go on any longer than it has to. I guess it was a 4-0 thanks to Grafai. We didn't get completely 6-0'd. But yeah, GG's to my opponent. Next time, I guess I'll check transactions so that if stuff gets updated, I know about it. But otherwise, you know, we go 2-2. I think this knocks our differential down quite a bit. Yeah, we'll see you next week. Hopefully we'll prep for the right team.